Do you hear any sounds? I'm
filtering.
still walking.
Why are you walking?
Oh, just to get out into the air for once. The girlfriend dragged me out.
Oh, my camera just disconnected.
Not available.
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, I don't know.
Good start.
Yeah,
Good stuff. There we go.
Boomer squad.
Technical difficulties.
What is it doing?
What are you doing? We're all over the joint, man.
It doesn't. It doesn't like me.
They call me the human virus. That's on me, probably.
All right.
yeah.
Maybe this time it'll stay on.
Yes.
Stay, camera. Stay. Great. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Chesh Breaks. I am obviously Chesh. Surprise, surprise. And I am here with my co-host, Sam. Sam, how you doing?
Pretty good. I'll get into it in a bit, but friggin' Nuggies won today, and I'm over the moon. I have a big old stupid grin on my face. It's awesome.
Look, don't get me started on my day. Oh, yeah, okay. He just refunded me $15 for my transaction too, apparently.
We'll get to that as well.
Yeah, we'll absolutely talk about that, and that's going to come up on Monday as well. But we're here with good old special guest, the cream of the crop, our influencer buddy, Blakey. Blake, how you doing?
Hello, what's a good word?
Bird.
You're an influencer, I think. Yeah.
Welcome to the most must-see card opening channel of all time.
The second most, let's be fair.
Mm.
At some point, I assume we're going to be the third most.
Yeah, once Blakey launches his own channel, but yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know what Boomer's done tonight, but not me.
Yeah.
That's what
and the other
she
thing,
said.
the other battle that emerged from social media today is that when we can hang out in real life again, was
Yes.
Chesh and Blake are going to have a burrito eating contest. It's gonna be
Oh,
awesome.
we are absolutely having a burrito off.
And 45 seconds.
I was astounded. I did not think I'd be seeing that content today. I was like, yeah, that's inhuman, I think.
Yeah, it was impressive. And Dale was like, "You're joking around." I'm like, no, I'm done. And obviously, I'm on a health kick at the moment. Everyone's like, "You realize that's a lot of carbs?" I'm like, listen, there's some things that transcend healthy eating. And this is it. I did it last year against young Dylan Tab and managed 8 minutes while he managed 9. And he's like, "Do you reckon you'll be better this year?" I'm like, oh, hard to say.
Yeah.
Hard to say.
Half the PB, that's pretty good.
That's it.
So, I guess before we crack into the Fleer Ultra, there's a couple of things I want to talk about. The first one is sending your cards.
Ah,
Because
exactly.
if you just tape a team bag between 2 bits of cardboard, that's not a fucking top loader. And if you ever send me a card, I don't know if it's going to pick it up on camera, with a nasty nail mark all the way down the back of a delicious pink parallel, I'm absolutely going to be upset. I'm going to be upset every time. Please, don't. Please, just package your cards correctly. It's not hard.
That's a big one, because you do often see cards come out of the pack with what looks like a nail mark. But that one there is a bit much, I think.
That one has a curve on it, yeah. That definitely isn't like a printer's line or a printer's mark.
No.
Someone
Funnily
definitely
enough,
had a dig.
historically, and it was Kawhi Leonard as well, it was from Optic Retail, and it was the Winner Stays set, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And every single Kawhi Leonard Winner Stays Raptors gear from the first 50 cases we did had a massive crease in the back of it, all the exact same one.
Yep.
Ah.
Yeah, so
I can actually tell you how that happened.
There's a mark of the claw.
So when the sheets are being cut, right?
yes.
They go through rollers and stuff to get cut. Before that, they stack the sheets all on top of each other after they've been printed, and they've done the final layers and stuff of the different printings. Sometimes when you get an issue like that and it affects the one card, it's because that entire stack has a problem. So they've all been stacked incorrectly, and it's actually literally bent that particular card, and probably in a line because of how the print has been done on the sheets. So all the way down the sheet, let's just say this is a sheet, the Kawhis are all on this side, and all the way down here would have been bent. Because of how those sheets were incorrectly stacked, there would have been something on the side that actually bent the stack.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Consistently too, yeah.
My relief when I saw a gold one, I was like, oh shit. Then I turned it over and it was all good. I'm like, oh, in the clear.
Mm-hmm. Now, a lot of the time as well, and I suspect that, Blake, when you had a look at the front of the card, you couldn't tell, but it was all in the back?
No, not at all, officer.
Yeah. So, well, there you go then. All right, cool. So, all of that shit aside, we have a 92-93 Fleer Ultra. I'm sorry for your ears. This is absolutely wrapped in
plastic. ASMR.
Yeah, people love that. I was thinking about doing an ASMR break one day, like Revolution, Absolute, AEST, and something starting with M, maybe Mosaic. And just doing the whole break like this.
Yep. Exactly.
Oh wow, that smells like old people.
Oh, that's what we wanted, dude. I've been wanting a box that actually smelled like 1992.
Yeah, it does. It really does, because it's wrapped in like that shrink wrap. So even that shrink wrap, even though it was broken, I'd assume that that's
degraded and smells like mothballs.
Exactly.
It smells like Kurt Cobain at the '92 MTV Music Awards.
Exactly.
For a second there, I thought you were going to say after the... Yeah, anyway.
Oh, no. Definitely just a wholesome Nirvana reference.
Oh, boy. That could have been awkward.
Nirvana reference.
All right, so we're just going to move this out of the way for a second. We're just going to chuck our little friend in the middle, because we can. So this was purchased off eBay. I'm going to be shameless here about the amount I paid. I paid $170 for this box, I believe. Ooh. Right, which is far more than I wanted to pay. Because this is not Shaq, this is Series 1. Series 1 has Jordan in it and obviously the Scottie Pippens. But I believe only the Hobby and the Jumbo has the Scoring King Jordan. This particular one is on the lesser side.
Apologies for any car or tram noises here, by the way.
Say what?
Apologies for any car or tram noises.
Oh, no,
you're fine.
To me, that's exciting. I haven't been to the city in about 7 months, I don't think. So
printing press, it's running the edge of the sheet.
Maybe 4, but yeah.
Static bar on the end. Yeah, exactly. Access denied.
Access denied? What's that?
Michaela, what do you mean access denied? I don't understand. I don't know. YouTube, apparently? Must be maybe something is happening with YouTube?
Oh, weird stuff. I was saying to Blake the other day, the Twitch thing was blocked from the Cherry chat. Like, I don't know, sometimes that happens. That's weird.
This is a shit show.
Yeah, Twitch was working for this. I just checked Chesh.
I'm just quickly checking the
maybe
YouTube.
YouTube's wonky.
It shouldn't be. We should be live.
The old STB.
Unless Grayson's like used his wiki powers and wigged us.
Internet overlord.
No, it says I'm live. It says we're good. I'm getting a good picture from that. So I don't know what was going on. Okay, so we're hunting Jordans. We're expecting a couple of Jordans out of here. There is, I believe, an insert and a base card. I don't know beyond that. Scottie Pippen cards. There are a number of Scottie Pippen inserts because this was the big set for Scottie Pippen. Pimping. Pippen.
Scottie Pimpy.
He is pimping. So hopefully, I guess we'll see what we crack out of it. And if I can hopefully grade some shit and get some money back because running out of product.
Yeah. And just feed it back into another box for sure.
Well, that's the idea, yeah.
You gotta check out that Illusions that's on the way.
Yes, that went out. That should have gone out today, I believe. So.
Oh, who's that guy doing a ripping mad skid down the street?
Mad skids.
Moron.
Yeah. Oh, I see a Dominic on the back.
That is a Dominic on the back.
Your video quality is not as good for me right now as it probably usually is, and I don't know why.
That will be your connection, not mine.
Okay.
These are going to be bricked, by the way. We've talked about bricking before, and it's horrible. Yeah. Okay, so we've got a Chris Jackson. We've got
Mood Abdul-Rauf.
Bill Lambier. Oh yeah, that is. We're gonna have to be a bit careful.
So my favorite way to get rid of that is to not too tightly, but not too gently, is just to give it a little bend.
Yeah.
The opposite way to what it's bricked. You have to be pretty careful. but usually that kind of makes it slip apart real smooth. 2008 Donruss football, Topps football is the exact same.
Yeah, there's actually
That's
a
the back one.
Yeah, that's got weird gunk on it.
Got some 1992 funk going
like
on.
some literal funk, if you can probably see it there.
Literally on Dominic. Oh
yeah.
my god.
Sorry, Dom.
That's not great.
No, Kevin Edwards.
What was going on in the Fleer packing offices in 1992? Hey.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
someone got stood down from their job and wasn't very happy with it.
I was going to say I could imagine, but it's probably all to do with snorting coke.
Yeah, that too.
All right, so this is we're probably going to be a little bit slower than usual. I do apologize, but that's what you kind of get with this bricking issue. There's not really
just more time to chat shit.
Sorry.
Just more time to chat shit, really.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's what that's what we're here for anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
He says as he tries not to put his finger through corners of cards. Cool. I can hardly actually read these cards just because of the way that they've been produced and the light that I've got here, which is kind of annoying. Sam Perkins. There's a Hakeem Olajuwon, so we'll put that aside. To English. I'm also really I keep checking to see if I'm sticking things together or not. Eddie Johnson. So yeah, what was your thoughts, Blake, on illusions? Because I mean, I've watched a lot of illusions being broken, and it just seems nice. It just seems really hard to actually crack some good strong value out of those the fat packs and the blasters.
Yeah, it's I think its biggest disservice is coming after Chronicles. You know, you think about the other blaster products we've had so far this year: Prism, Optic, Mosaic, Chronicles. Mosaic, Optic, and Prism all have the very same advantage in that they are, are all silvers. They have exactly what people are looking for in this day and age. Then Chronicles, a first place, has so many rookies.
Mm.
I think that's why Illusions doesn't look as good.
Mm. Oh, there's your J.
Here's our first Mickey J.
Woo.
Nice one. It's cool. I don't
think
I've ever
has
seen
a soft corner, but still fairly good. I think it is still great. Probably. Hopefully. I should have tried to debrick this one. Seriously, it just feels just horrible. First round draft pick, Adam Keefe.
Oh, Adam Keefe.
I don't even remember him. He must have been great.
Yeah.
Tony Smith.
Generic player name.
Yep. Speaking
those
of generic
Sixers
players,
jerseys were something else too, by the way. I did love them.
Reggie Hawkins, Tyrone Corbin,
Clarence Weatherspoon,
Dan Majorli.
Dan Majorli. Love Dan Majorli.
Petrovic.
R.I.P.
Reynolds. Rivers. Who pre-season trade.
Was that? Did you say Doc Rivers?
No.
No, did you say Rivers? Hold on. I can't. My text I can't.
Yeah, Doc Rivers.
It is Doc Rivers.
Doc Rivers.
Disappointed Doc Rivers today. Maybe coaching the coaching the Clips today to a defeat to the Nuggies, but yeah.
Thanks, Wade. By the way, Wade is in chat barking us along. Barking us along? Is that the right one? Barrack, or whatever. Yeah. I can't even read this guy's name. That's how shitty that.
Is it Moses?
It is Moses. Yeah.
Yeah, Moses Malone.
Such I really am not a fan of this typeface at all.
Yeah, and it's also the gold foiling doesn't help it. You've got to get it on the right angle.
Who's
our Sonics player? Hold on. Tilt it back my way a bit.
Ricky?
Oh, Ricky Pierce, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I haven't actually been checking for angles.
No, that's okay. I was going to say, I'm just getting maybe the light's a little bit blown out a bit much, but
like
we say, the gold foiling doesn't help things.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, and these packs, like...
Speaking of gold.
Oh, you guys go first. I was going to do a shameless plug, so you guys go first.
No, I was going to say, like, there's the hilarious, like, Scottie Pippen career highlights insert cards.
Oh, yeah.
All NBA... Oh, okay, so there's Ultra Award winner subsets, All NBA team, signed Pippen cards, approximately 1 in 8,000. That'd be nice to hear.
Signed Pippen card. What?
Apparently, yeah. Pippen highlights, unsigned Pippen cards, award winner.
Get one of those.
Yeah, exactly. You'll be done.
Yeah, pretty much. But you were gonna say something, Blake?
Oh yeah. Speaking of gold, how nice does the new opulence look?
It looks fantastic. I see that Cherry actually has some breaks for opulence coming up.
We do, and tell you what, I'm glad it fell on Thursday. Oh, Friday, because that means it's mine to open.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice. Your
There's your Sam Bowie.
Sam Bowie.
I'm inside now, so it might be a bit quieter.
Oh,
that's fine.
It was all pretty good, actually. I'm pretty impressed with Discord's noise reduction and stuff, and all
it's
just
bloody incredible, isn't it?
Yeah,
hell yeah.
It sounded like all pretty normal.
Newman,
Hey!
There's your
Why is he not hammering a dunk down? He's just doing a layup.
Ed Pickney, Kevin Gamble, Smits, Karen Hill, Stacey King, Dave Johnson, and Mitch Richmond.
Oh yeah, when he played for the Kings. Nice.
With an extremely soft corner. All right. Well, I mean, look, we're still going through like the first quarter, and we've already got one Jordan, so you know, can't complain with that. Sounds all right.
Now, Blakey, when was the flawless break last night? Is Blakey still there?
You know, that's a good question.
Maybe he stepped out.
Yeah, sorry, my
he's there.
massively dropped
That's
out.
Right.
You'll have to ask him the question again.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I may not have heard that. Yeah, Blakey, when was the flawless break? Was that last night?
Flawless.
Was that flawless? Or am I talking National Treasures? Which one was it? The super crazy one, anyway. But you guys had the best, cheapest deal on.
My camera crashed.
End of the week.
Oh, it is that one. That's the one. I'd just implore anyone, even if they're not getting involved, just to jump on board, because that's going to be a load of fun.
Is that Scottie Pippen?
So excited. Annoying that it falls the same night as Opulence, because we thought Opulence would be a bit earlier in the week.
Yeah. Oh, to Kimby.
It can be like, no!
No.
Patrick Ewing?
Pat. Can you put the pat aside for Adam in the
I
next
can.
set?
Yeah.
Nice. Minute? I can't read the text. I just know that frame is minutes. Oh, how's it? Yeah, they are stuck together.
They are absolutely stuck together. And these ones I tried to do the flex on. So
yeah.
Just, yeah.
Have you found any funk on the back card with any of the other ones?
Not with any of the other ones. It was just that first one. So, you know, who knows at this point? There probably will be. I'm more worried about the fact that my camera just disconnected on me again a second ago.
Yeah, I thought that was my internet.
No, it's so that's the second time that USB is disconnected for no apparent reason. So I'm gonna have to like change my USB inputs and do some troubleshooting later. Because I have a Magic stream tomorrow. Hashtag sponsored.
You got the day off work, don't you?
I do, yeah. I've got the next 2 days off actually, but yeah.
Hashtag sponsored.
Hashtag sponsored.
He loves hashtag sponsoring. Oh, dude, is that Alonso?
That is an Alonso first round draft pick.
Oh, that is hotness. That's cool.
That has to go in a sleeve to give him what's due. Yeah, so Zendikar Rising is coming out this weekend for pre-release and releasing, of course, on MTG Arena. So I will be joining along with a lot of people. And 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, or 9 or 10 a.m. roughly, I'll be streaming Magic the Gathering on my other channel, on Cheshire Plays Games everywhere. and we'll be doing some, I believe, Brawl to start off with some other Magic content creators, and then we'll be going and doing Draft for the rest of the day, for however long I feel like, to be honest.
Try and day it.
Well, cool. I did that last time, and I just got really bored, and there's a fat lever. I
usually get burnt out before I get bored. When using your brain like that with Magic, far out. It's hard.
But I also don't like to, and Blake's going to get a big head now that I'm going to say this again. But I don't like missing Blake's stream.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's Jeff Malone.
Oh, Jeff!
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, I forgot our whole vendetta against Jeff Malone.
And if anyone's wondering, the vendetta is because it's not Carl. And every time I see Malone and I get excited, and it turns out it's not Carl.
And we had a really badly collated box, was it last Friday, of the Fleer 90, and it was just, we saw an uncharacteristic amount of Jeff Malone's compared to other things.
Who the hell is Anthony Peeler?
I remember him from a lot of cards, but I think he played for the Lakers a little bit. I think it's the same one.
Probably.
It's like these cards, you're Anthony peeling them off each other.
Yes. Harry Stewart.
You got a chuckle out of me.
Bryant.
Yeah.
A Gill.
Oh, Kendall Gill's great. Ooh.
Nate McMillan.
No, Eddie Johnson? Or
Nate McMillan.
Nate McMillan, is it a draft? Oh, no, it's not a draft one. I was going to say Nate was from the 80s. So.
Just an old one, man.
Anthony Peeler did play for the Lakers, number 1. A number 1 jersey for the Lakers looks kind of cool. You'd think they'd be retired already, but no, because KCP wore it, right? Weird.
I don't know.
You reckon 23 gets retired once LeBron leaves the Lakers?
Yeah, probably. Like, yes. Depends what happens. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know if they'll retire it, to be honest. I think they'll just store the number back. Like, I can't imagine, like, if LeBron actually retires, then I'm sure they'd retire the number, but...
Well, yeah, it's like, but is it the instant one? Because usually other players have different time gaps depending on how good they were and stuff. If they're that great, it's just straight away.
John Bagley?
But yeah, it's always, it gets hazy now because when a player plays for different teams, and how long is the investment with the team? Like, do you retire a Chris Bosh jersey with the Heat?
Yeah.
And I'd say maybe. Like, I don't know. The Heat actually technically have Jordan's number retired. As like a few teams did that as a sign of respect.
Yeah.
Which is 23. And then even when Kobe died, the whole they discussed whether everyone was going to retire numbers. And that's pretty that's on another level.
Yeah, so many players who wore 24 are like, well, we wear it out of respect for Kobe. Like Buddy Hield did the same thing.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, Robert Horry rookie, man. That's sick. I'm a big Robert Horry fan.
Should I just
He's one of the most winningest guys in the NBA. He just seemed to win wherever he went. He played for the Rockets, played for the Spurs, played for the Lakers.
Lakers one probably not worth mentioning. As a massive Sacramento Kings fan.
Yeah. What was that? 2002? Oh. Yeah. I just remember because that was the year I started playing NBA Live, that series, and always the default teams were the ones that were in the finals last year.
Michael Cage.
That was as good as the Kings got, right? Like that was a team.
Never been the same since.
Horace Grant.
Oh, cool, Horace. I know, getting defended by Ewing.
Did you imagine the team of Fox and Luka Doncic?
Yeah. How would that work? How would it work?
Yeah, it'd be hard because it's two massive ball players and
exactly. That's what I always think. It's if I was building a team, I'd look for, I don't know, maybe the domination of the ball kind of takes up a bit too much for each player, kind of thing.
No inserts or anything yet.
No, exactly. But I mean, my theory is starting to come to fruition, Chesh. I've crapped on about it for far too long, that I think good teams are based on culture and teamwork and being a deep roster. Or they're my favorite teams. They're not. It's not like the hard and fast way to do it, of course. But I just think we're starting to see an alternate route to build the team, and they'll come and whatever. And that sometimes was it you or was Shane from Talking Cardboard, Chesh, that said like the Nuggets are just an organic team. They built it naturally and organically, and it's just real. and that's stronger than anything. I love that.
Sounds like something Shane would say. I'm not that smart.
Shane's a very smart man.
Oh, he is.
A lot of respect, a lot of time for Shane.
Me too.
But yeah, the Nuggets, it's just been incredible. Like, have they even traded over the part, like, other than for
barely, and that's what I was reciting today. I'm like, what have they done? Not a huge amount. They've got a couple of pieces on board. Michael Porter Jr. didn't kind of appear straight away because he did the whole like rookie season thing, didn't he? That
the whole drop. He apparently had drop foot.
I've always thought that's the whole. Yeah, I thought he was done after that. They said he had drop foot. It's like, well, he's can't be a successful athlete then. So.
More like dropping buckets.
Yeah, exactly, and he's great, but. I've always thought that actually makes a player that gets to stick around with the culture and be part of a respected kind of unit, but he doesn't have to prove himself on the court just yet. And it's like you're around the team for a whole year before you get started. Almost that the whole Ben Simmons thing. Yeah, rookie of the year, you got an unfair advantage over the other ones because you've kind of got a. I mean, the injury is unfortunate, but you've kind of got a free pass through the whole hazing, how to get used to the NBA life. And
you're working with professional teams. You're working with professional meal guys, professional fitness guys. Like
exactly, you get into the flow of it all. I mean, you could say after that whole year, you've got a lot more pressure on you in a way, but who knows? But all that goes into it.
It's crazy when you think about Jokic drafting was huge.
And I mean, that was. Was that going back to when was Masai Ujiri around back then? I'm pretty sure he might have been, but he's always been just an amazing GM. What he achieves, I might have to look it up actually, but I know he was around the Nuggets for a while. I mean, it's George Karl from there too.
Yeah, Jamal Murray, Gary Harris, Porzingis, Porter Jr., all draft picks. Like. Of the Nuggets. Huge.
Oh, you mean Jokic?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I was like, did they draft him? Yeah. And that's it. And they've stuck there too. And they're like, because I remember it feels like ages ago that Gary Harris got drafted.
Yeah, he's a bit older.
They always liked him. They were always like, he's just a really good, that's what you want out of your two guy. Can score, but defends like an absolute trooper.
Speaking of defense,
on the back.
How about Big Bam?
Oh, how good was that block at the end? Oh. Now, Chesh was a bit upset about that one. Is that Dom?
That was Dominic Wilkins, yep.
Nick, nice. That typical Heat fashion, winning in overtime. Just the way you do it. And that was such a good game going back and forth the whole time. It was just so solid. Well, that was what I was saying. It's like they're two just deep teams with hard workers and not that many egos or anything. They're all kind of team vision guys, and I love that. It's so good.
Yeah, but also at the same time, it feels like people are realizing the way to beat the Celtics is, either beat them out in the fourth quarter because they shit the bed, or get them into overtime and they just burn out.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I reckon that was more of the Heat kind of angle thing. They relish in overtime. They're like, yeah, this is their time. Love it.
Dave Johnson, first round draft pick.
What?
Dave Johnson.
Oh, Dave Johnson. Generic player name again.
Generic player number 1. Mitch Richmond.
Mitch is back.
Nick Anderson.
Oh, Nick. Oh, college jersey. Tracy Murray.
Yup. First round draft pick. Brian Williams.
Brian.
Checklist. Again.
Is Brian... Blakey might know this. Is Brian Williams Bison Daly? Is that the same player? One?
I don't know.
He did a name change at some stage.
Wow, we're really just not hitting anything. Clyde Drexler?
We want to see an insert at least. A bit of spice.
Larry Johnson?
Hopefully building towards Pip.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, Larry Johnson's there. We've got that. We're assembling the Hornets team at least. I saw Muggsy there before.
Old Muggsy.
So no funk on the back of the cards, apart from that first one.
It was just that first one for some reason.
Then what the hell was that deal with that pack, and how did that happen? That's the most random thing.
No idea.
Someone real excited about Hakeem, clearly.
Yeah, exactly.
Good old Vladdy D back.
Vladdy.
Thorpe, Eccles, Willis.
Oh, Kevin.
Yeah,
Oh, I know this one. Benoit Benjamin.
that's the one.
Terrell Brandon, is it?
Ah,
Oh, Cliffy. Rest in peace.
Cliffy Rippy.
Miss you, Cliffy.
That was recent as well,
Bill
wasn't
Cartwright.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
That was just like, get stuff 2020. Don't do this. No more, please.
2020 is just like, ha ha, I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, outside of like Kobe Bryant, it's not been there's not been a lot of celebrity there.
Well,
No.
I mean, was it last year? Oh, yes, you're right. There was that this year. What was the? There's the one where Carrie Fisher died, everyone died, and it was just like this
Yeah,
year.
pretty much.
We thought that was the worst year then, and it's got worse. But you know, I mean, we had. I remember because it was 2 in a row. It was 2 days. It was Chadwick Boseman and
That's right.
Robinson back to back. That was settle down 2020 seriously. Chesh, who was the Sonics player just then?
I put it aside for you. It's Nate McMillan.
Oh, Nate. Yeah, love Nate.
Garland. It's a Winston Garland.
Winston Garland. It's
Reggie Miller.
Darius
Is it actually Darius's dad? I wondered that.
I have no idea. I think Darius' dad did play, but I'm not sure if it.
I just feel like we're at the stage anyway where we're in the generational kind of crossover where it's more often than not actually their dad. So
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis.
Well, we had this ongoing joke that Nick Claxton is Speedy Claxton's son, but that's
I saw you make that joke actually, and it's like, well, I mean, Speedy's a 6-foot guard, and Claxton's 6'11", but sometimes that doesn't matter. But yeah. Kind of
no, definitely a joke we're aware of.
Speedy Claxton, I remember that dude. Far out. I just have like, what was it? NBA Live like 2012 or something, and I just have bad memories of the CPU operating the Hawks for some reason, Speedy Claxton lighting me up for 56 points, and I was like, what the hell is this game? And I put it down.
The old rage quit.
Yeah, I was just like, nah, that's not fair. That's kind of messed up. Another Robert Ory rookie.
Yeah, Elkin Campbell, Maxwell,
Vernon
Wilson,
Maxwell,
Duckworth. You can tell when I'm like at the point where I'm just like, I just kind of want to get through these.
Exactly. Look for hits. Well, we've got a bit to get through. BJ Armstrong. What do we say about BJ Armstrong?
That all BJs are good BJs?
Yeah. There you go. That was a PC way to do it. So yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Blowjobs are great.
We got a control kid.
Gotta stick by my shtick with this particular one.
Yeah, that's a good bend. I reckon that would have loosened up.
Hopefully. Nope.
They're stuck.
Jeez. John Stockton. That goes down in the pile.
That's going to kill the pile.
I think Mosaic's going to face that problem in the future.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So what is it? Just glue edging, essentially, and that just leaking over?
No. So what you're looking at is the UV coating. Specifically with like a lot of 90s cards. Because of the gloss coating that they used, the UV gloss coating, it caused a pretty bad stick effect.
Yeah, I was going to say just guillotining it, just kind of rolls it over the edge. Oh, what? Is that GP?
Yeah, that's your GP.
How weird is that, by the way? Like, you know how basketball cards sets generally have their same style, tone of where they generally take the photography from, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I always love weird ones that feel like they're breaking the whole pattern. The GP one just looks like a bad crop.
It's a bad crop.
It's just like, here's a little bit of his jersey on the back. It's like, that doesn't seem like the one where he's focused and fully in the frame. It's like yeah. And that's why I love it. I reckon that's awesome. So. And then I always love the aspect that I feel like I've seen most of these growing up, and you don't forget the pictures. Like Benoit Benjamin before, I remember that. And then there's ones you never actually saw. And you're like, oh, this is actually really exciting.
I love card images that double up all the time as well.
How do you mean?
So like Andre Roberson is the same image in every card set he's in from Hoops to Prism.
Is it his rookie one, or like is it literally his action shot?
No, it's just he doesn't have an action shot. It's just him smiling. but that has been a whole bunch of different cards. I'm pretty sure it's like Hoops, it's Prism.
Yeah. Like it's like you Google Andre Robertson in Getty, and there's just one. That's it. They're like,
that's the only image you have. I really like. I like seeing moments. You're like, oh, that's going to be a card. Which card will it be next year?
And
like
that's
that block.
Yeah, totally. And that's how I used to play like Kobe Bryant's NBA courtside. And my brother Scotty would give me crap because he's like, I just like something cool would happen. I'm like, oh, hold on, got to replay it. And I just get it, and you hold the frame, you get the shot, and you get it in like the full composition. You've almost drawn like the thirds on it. And you're like, yeah, that's perfect. And he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just getting the shot.
Well, so many games these days include that.
Well, that's kind of it. It's like back then we didn't have a screenshot function, so I'd just be like, yeah, that's Carl. It's the real Jeff. I thought you were going to rip that dude.
No,
that's Carl.
Carl Malone. So Wade wants to know, Blake, how your shoes are, which we've already discussed.
Yeah.
Spiz says hi. How your Mario shoes are?
Oh, really, really good. It's starting me on a dangerous path of shoes, though. I feel like I'm looking everywhere for the swiper ones, and I feel like that's a bad path.
What was the term you used the other day, Chesh, about sneaker people? Sneaker
pips?
I'm so out of the loop. I was like
sneaker flippers?
Sneaker flippers? Oh, that's a thing. But no. Anyway, but yeah, if you weren't into sneakers already, like that's a I don't know. I feel like everyone's had the jump into it, and you just buy lots, and you're like, oh, actually, that's a lot of money. And
that's a lot of shoes.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's a lot of shoes, exactly. So yeah, like I did it when I was buying Nike Dunks in high school when I had no money, and now I can afford them, and I don't really want them. It's fine.
So Adam, yes, we hit Drexler. We've hit 2 now, I think.
Sorry, I've been watching comments.
I know. It's slightly harder because I'm alt tabbing around. Yeah, exactly. And we did hit A Jordan.
Wade, the LBJ shoes. I will say my favorite shoe of all time is the LBJ 2, and I bought about 4 pairs when I was in high school. And this will pain any sneaker collectors, but I used to wear them on the asphalt at lunchtime and while we played basketball, and so they would cheese grater up in about a good 3 months. They were just solid stylistically. They were just so cool. It's so comfy and just a good structural shoe. And unlike anything at the time, because that was the time, early 2000s, when everything was a bit more pointy and a bit more running shoey. And those things just look like cool space boots. I was like, they are rad. And they had a bit of like retro flair with the big strap on them, the big Nike. But yeah, I've looked back. I was like, oh, I'd love a pair of LeBron 2s. I'm like, not anymore. Way too expensive.
Little bit, just a little bit, yeah.
You get them for like $120 on eBay. You just find a good
preseason trade. Kowski, Rasmussen, Newman.
We all excited for PS5 news tomorrow?
I didn't know that was happening.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be excited if I didn't.
2, that'd be good.
I'd be excited if I didn't think that the system itself was going to be like almost $1,000. Dave Johnson.
I mean, yeah, but.
Mitch Richmond, Anderson, Tracy Murray.
Tracy Murray's back. I thought you were going to rip the Tracy Murray.
I was tempted. It felt like there was something behind it.
Like, what are you doing with your crappy college jersey in this NBA? So, this is one of those ones where they had to. They included the college art. Is it Series 1 or is it Series 2?
This is Series 1.
Yeah, it is Series 1. So that often happened in Series 1, didn't it? And it's like the Series 2 would be... They actually have the thing. Like they have a shot of them... Oh, Scotty! They actually have a shot of them in the NBA.
Look at Scotty Pippen.
Dumas.
Yeah, there's no rookie photo shoots back then.
No, exactly.
Which is, hopefully they can get the rookie photo shoots for the new rookies happening sometime soon.
Well, that's what. Oh, do you know that's what made me think about that was NBA 2K just came out, and I think more than ever this year it's been exposed to be just a VC money grab, and they're just like, well, It's no when everything is tied to this artificial currency that doesn't make any sense, and they just have full control over. And mind you, I love 2K, and I love playing it for a management sim essentially. But when that mode doesn't get many feature updates every year, now I'm finally at the stage where I'm like, I'm not compelled to get the new game, because previously I'd like push myself over the line with, oh look, the roster update, and you get all the new, like you get Zion and everything. Like, yeah, might as well, okay. And without having to download someone's like roster where they've made it. Like, cool, but this year there's none of that, I'm guessing, because that's kind of not really happened yet. So I don't know. It's really strange. So yeah, more than ever, I was like, well, it's going to be the same game, but nothing really.
Yeah.
Changes, so
I think all 2Ks are like that, like especially the wrestling games.
Yeah. I wondered that actually. I haven't played a wrestling game for years, but yeah, if they're still the thing, and I think Jeff, I think with the basketball one's really interesting because people kept saying it's like we need a good NBA Live at the same time to then make a good competition, like because it's only ever going to be progressing really hard. Oh, what?
There's our first one.
First insert.
Career highlight, Scottie Pippen.
Nice.
That's cool. So did you say it was the Scottie Pippen kind of box?
Huh?
Way? Like the inserts are only, those inserts are only Scottie Pippen, right? Like that series.
I believe that there's a couple of different ones, but the main one was the Scottie Pippens.
Yeah. It was just the hot play of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
When he was making considerably less money than he should have, but
because apparently he was just signing his life away and not realizing.
Well, exactly. Maybe he had imposter syndrome.
He tried to buck the system, and it was like, no, you're fucked.
Oh, that thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta watch it. I gotta watch The Last Dance.
You should. You really should. You get to see how absolutely insane and brilliant Michael Jordan is.
Well, yeah, there's that, but it's also just those stories around it and how interesting they were. Like we said the other day, the Horace Grant thing.
Yeah.
About him snitching, and it's like, well, what did a Sports Illustrated do?
I wonder if my background is going through. Hayden's in the shower.
That card's worth more than his last contract to Adam McVeigh.
Oh,
yeah, no.
Wow. Another Luke Longley?
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm so bad at keeping up to date with the comments.
Gee,
Sean
really?
Kemp kamikazes were lit. Yeah, my word, yeah, they were a shoe.
No.
And anything with that kind of pattern, like the Shaqnosis as well, is a similar one. That you have a big black-white alternating pattern. That's absolute business. Third Robert Ory rookie.
Yeah. Go away, Robert Ory.
He's a great player though. Watch some
You're
highlights.
Robert Orrible.
Come on. Adam McVeigh also says, more importantly, any of the go to Drexler. No, not even yet. I don't think I've seen a Drexler.
We've had 2 Drexlers while you've been talking.
Oh, I was just crapping on about stuff and I didn't see. There you go, 2 Drexlers.
2 Drexlers. We've only had 1 Dennis Rodman. Yeah. So, you know.
That's a cool one. Doherty? Is it?
Yes. Another Reggie Lewis.
Chris Mullen?
Horace Grant.
I've seen a few of that Horace Grant, actually.
Yeah, tell me about it. Tisdale. Spencer.
Raymond Tisdale on the Jazz album. He played the saxophone, I believe.
So sick
John
of seeing
Starks.
some of these dudes.
You knew nothing.
I almost feel like the last 2 boxes I shouldn't have bought, and there's John Stockton at least.
Yeah, John Stockton.
And I should have bought a Series 2 of this in the hobby, because I believe that that's where the Scoring Kings is. Really should have.
They had a hobby boxes?
Yeah, they're just kind of expensive. They're basically how would you put it? They're like jumbo packs.
Yeah.
So there was hobby, I think hobby and jumbo, in the Series 2, from memory. The jumbos were probably the better ones to get from memory, but yeah.
Oh, that one seemed glued.
Yeah. Pretty hard on. without having a hard on. Oh, snap.
I was going to make the shittiest joke. Sorry.
Too late, beat you to it. You snooze, you lose. You gotta be a dirty old man.
Yep.
Etc., etc.
Teach me how to be an old man, Chesh. Is that another insert?
That is. We got our second.
Complete the Scottie Pippen
insert.
It's a different one too. Nice.
And they look really good. I just don't think they're actually worth anything.
Like I say, I'd never seen them, so it's from that time, so they must have been relatively rare. They're kind of cool.
Now what we need to do is crack All-Star Jordan.
Yes, exactly.
Because that's the subset. There's another Clyde Drexler.
Yeah, another Clyde.
You still get excited when you see Clyde auto.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you know it's going to sell.
No, not even that. It's just like he's a good
player.
You know, good player.
Didn't turn out to be like a shit human either, which is
well, I think that's what I was saying.
Refreshing.
It's just like because he wasn't controversial, because he wasn't, he's really sensible and quiet about the way he went about his business, and is just a consummate professional. And a lot of stories. Oh, what was it? The ESPN one about the University of Houston with Clyde and Akeem Olajuwon. That was amazing, and you realize how much of a smooth player he was. Just like just very calm, very collected. Never too crazy. And then his teammate, I've got to remember his name actually, who was quite the opposite, who was meant to be the much more talented person.
That university team was incredible.
Oh yeah, I've got to find the guy's name. So, and also the 30 for 30 name. But,
come on.
Yeah, it's the Fire Slammer Jammer one.
That's it.
Yeah.
I did not remember it to save my life.
Benny Anders was the guy's name, and he was just. And they go, oh, that's right. The episode they go to find him afterwards because a few things. It's the whole story about so many great prospects was always what could have been and what could this player was meant to be better than all these guys. He was meant to be so much better than Clyde and that kind of thing. And it's just when it doesn't all pan out.
Yeah, I was going to say, and how did that work out for him? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Clyde had a good, sensible, awesome career. Reggie's back.
Tim Hardaway. Paxton. Another Dennis Rodman.
He's stuck.
A little bit.
The Admiral.
Stuck to the Admiral? Oh.
Nice. Oh, this is... going on this pack? This one's absolutely glued shut.
So what's the end goal for opening? Surely one day you just get yourself a box of Flair, 98 and 97.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that'd be nice. I don't think I'll ever be able to afford it in my lifetime, but yeah, the idea is to just basically like crack Jordans, grade Jordans, try and crack some like cool, unique stuff. Hopefully, trade it upwards. You know, I absolutely wouldn't mind opening, 88-89 Fleer box because that's just like, how much is it now per pack itself? Like 5,000 per pack or something.
Ridiculous. Like
I should have jumped at the chance when I could get them at like $500 a pack, and I was like, no one will ever pay that. Oh, I'm an idiot.
Hindsight is always 20/20 vision.
Yeah, exactly.
Favorite life lesson.
Can't hold yourself too accountable for those sort of things.
Here you go, Sam.
BJ Armstrong.
What do we say about BJ's?
Name's BJ Armstrong. That he likes low stakes poker.
Jesus.
Who's he stuck to? Oh,
Adam Keefe.
Adam Keefe. I was like Joe Klein, Adam Keefe, one of the two. Got all these hidden cards in this pack. Oh, crazy. So one Jordan thus far. How many?
So far, we're now on to the final quarter of the box. 2 Pippins, 1 Jordan.
Well, one base Pippin, 2 inserts, yeah?
2 base Pippin, 2 inserts, 1
nice.
base Jordan.
Cam.
So it's not been great, to be honest, but
That's not the shack box, though.
That's a box. That's what happens. Yeah, and that was the other thing. It's like I feel
you were like, oh crap, I've done that. It's like, no, it's still gonna be fun.
Well, and that was the thing. That's why I overpaid for this, thinking it was the shack box, only to realize like, oh no, I'd warned myself this was going to happen, and that I would make the mistake at some point. And yeah, I made it early. So.
That's we've all made that sort of mistake before. I've cracked open a case live before and realized that it wasn't the case I was meant to be opening.
Oh no!
It was like
Cliffy.
So usually all the boxes say the year. So like for example, 2017-18 Revolution should say 2018 Revolution on the box.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got one of those mixed up, and I opened it up, and it wasn't the one we were looking for. And I'm just like,
So what happened? What do you have to do? Do you do it like we just keep proceeding in this one, or you have to switch it up? Or...
Nah, so I
does that come out of your pay?
Yeah. No, so I just paused the break and was like, guys, we'll order this next one in, and we'll bust it when we're ready. And I'll never forget, the break was all locked in. The thing was done, and the guy's like, I don't want to wait. Because he had the rockets.
Yeah. And
so I was like, fine, man, I'll refund you. And I offered a good customer of ours. I'm like, hey, man, do you want to take this spot? If you want a refund, I'll give it to you half price. Like,
yeah.
It's the rockets for, $25 in a half case of Revolution or whatever it was.
Yeah, yeah.
The rockets got the galactic hit.
Yeah. How would you feel?
There's a life lesson, isn't it? It's just like, be patient, people. Like, just, yeah.
So I made it very clear to everyone, I'm like, guys, this never happens, but somebody wanted a refund on the break. Beforehand, I was like, there's someone else taking his spot. There's nothing dodgy going on.
Yeah.
It's us just trying to make everybody happy. And, the galactic came out and, like, the laughter in the chat, I could not believe it. And because, like, we always try to be transparent, that sort of thing, because if you're not transparent, you'll get found out.
Exactly.
And so, people ask for refunds when products get pushed back. And it's like, you've paid $85 for a random team in a box of opulence. Like, it's now, $150 for a spot in a random team box of opulence. Are you sure you want the refund?
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's not on us. Like, we'll sell that easy.
Yeah.
Like, that goes the next day. Yeah.
Blood. Yeah, it's wild. And that's the thing, too. It's like, I don't know. Time's time.
Yeah, it's been a bit upsetting with all the delays.
Yeah.
It was only Adam Keefe.
COVID's, like, ruined everything. Let's be honest. That's why we're cracking this tonight instead of MLB and wrestling.
That we can't really expect really concrete dates anymore, and that's what it is. Like, it's the whole the express post thing just doesn't mean what it used to be. It's not. No. It's not even a feature, and it's
No, definitely not.
Like, we've got things on normal post that arrive quicker. But that's is that those ones you're throwing down? Is that Derek Coleman? Chesh?
That was a Derek Coleman, yes.
Not that they're crazy worth
somewhere. No.
No,
I don't know. That was a John Stockton I threw over the other side.
Never mind.
Johnson. No, it's part of the thing I'm going to be doing. It was building like small. Gary Payton. Building like small player sets for people of like John Stockton and stuff like that.
Yeah. From Kersey.
Well, like Michael Jordan, everybody knows that.
Yeah.
I'll put some Jordans aside for you then once I get them graded.
And Shaq though, right? But you've got all your Shaq.
I actually don't have a PC at the moment at all, really.
Oh no, Shaq was sorry. I'm getting my buddy wise mixed up. Shaq was what's his name? That was Shano.
Yeah.
Because wasn't he sing on Instagram like a Shaq thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Never mind. So who's on your PC radar, Blakey?
So I still love De'Aaron Fox. If I can find nice things at De'Aaron Fox for cheap, I'll pick them up. But I've been pretty quiet. But I've had a few Ewing autos that I've sold and rebought again. So I think the next one I might buy is a Patrick Ewing auto.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. I think next year I'll start again. I'll pick a rookie and just go hard after him.
Yeah. Yeah, and just follow your gut. You're like, I mean,
Yeah.
I realize now how much that can take stock. That I would always just usually have a handful of players I thought were just going to be super cool. They weren't always great. Like I thought Arnott Moultrie was going to be a really cool player, but no. Noel Vonleh, yeah, but no. Oh, he's still in the league. Actually, he's still got time.
Yeah.
But then again, I liked guys like this is really strange, and you know this is a Kings guy. Shit, what's his name? Why have I lost his name? Center doesn't play for the Heat anymore. Plays for the Blazers. Why have I lost his name?
Because you're getting old.
I claim to have a nice encyclopedic knowledge of things, but now I'm really starting to lose it. I'm getting old. You know, 12 block games, all that stuff. Your triple doubles of your block.
DeMarcus Cousins?
No, not DeMarcus. Doesn't work that hard, but probably should.
Ben Cousins.
Willie Cauley-Stein.
This is awful.
Willie Cauley-Stein.
No, I don't mind Willie Cauley-Stein. But I lost it.
Well, you see, because when you get old,
the Blazers roster, this will tell me.
Your synaptic sensors start misfiring.
Is that what it's about? Because I've had a drink?
Yes.
Yes. Usually that's when I get more knowledgeable. This is great, but yeah, no.
That is usually what makes you ramble on with shit.
No, that's just
That's the human condition.
You'll always get that, and I'm surprised I'm invited back every week. There you go. There's another Blaze.
Gary Trent Jr. bandwagon.
Gary Trent Jr. bandwagon. Yes, Luke Whiteside. Why did I miss Hassan Whiteside's name? It just completely just escaped my mind. Anyway, so I thought he was a pretty sweet player coming out of the college did, and he was going to be at one point, like a top 10 draft pick. And then he kind of, I'm pretty sure he went late first or something. Anyway, I was like, yeah, maybe he might do something kind of cool. It just seemed like an okay player. Just had some cool tools. And he just fell off the radar and we're like, it just didn't do anything. And not bust because he didn't get high enough to, drafted high enough to be a bust. And then he came back when he was about 27, wasn't it? Or like, just later on, he spent years elsewhere and actually played, did amazing things, got a massive contract. And that's the thing now. People are like, he would be so much better if he cared more. So
was was Magic Johnson out of the NBA by this stage?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm thinking so, because I think it was like around the 91 era.
Because this is when he came back. Jordan.
Yeah, it's our second Jordan.
Finally.
It's serviceable. Yeah, that was when he went back in the All-Star game, I believe.
Yeah, because he retired because of the age thing. Now,
it is true.
That edge feels, not the greatest, to be honest. Corners are pretty good.
Yeah, Luke, thanks for filling me in and ending my my kind of mind loop that couldn't remember Hassan Whiteside's bloody name. I don't know why that happened.
Stupid sexy Jordans.
Exactly. Exactly.
Isaiah Thomas. Simmons.
Trying to think of some other good rookies I thought were going to be pretty awesome and legit over the years. Probably guys I always liked Wesley Johnson, but still had a career, I guess.
Speaking of,
around,
what happened with Alonzo Mourning?
What's that?
What happened with Alonzo Mourning?
He was just great. I've got an Alonzo Mourning ball signed on my shelf over here. It's great. It's number 2 draft pick.
Yeah, but cool. Did he end up coaching a team or anything, or did he just get Hall of Fame?
No, but he played some really cool years with the Heat, and where they won their championship with Shaq, and it was just such an awesome team because you got Gary Payton off the bench, you've got Zoe off the bench, until Vince Carter did the biggest dunk on him that year actually, with the Nets. It was one of the best ever actually, I think. But yeah, that Heat team was actually amazing. Always my favorite thing when vets get a chip. Later on, when they're not their kind of peak anymore, but they're just they might come off the bench or whatever.
Notification. What was it?
Moses.
Damn it, I missed it. It was a follow. There
Oh
we go.
yeah, Nerf
Oh,
coming
it's
back
just
will
Blake
definitely push
following
out
me.
Whiteside because Nerf plays harder. Nerf's an absolute dude. Do they still have Oh, what
Daisy
am I doing? I'm
Ordman.
not even up to date with all the transactions. Do they still have Ennis?
He's been everywhere. I think he's at the Celtics now.
Yes, no, you're right. Sorry, I'm like 1 year out of date with that one. So I always assumed the Blazers just have a glut of centers, and they've just got about 5 people traffic jamming trying to get on the floor. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's right. Last playoffs, he fought really hard.
Last booster.
Last booster. Come on, another Geordie.
Which I guess isn't a booster, it's a pack.
Now I'm gonna pick it. I reckon we got another Adam Keefe in here. For sure.
I reckon we've got another Scottie Pippen
We're
insert.
hitting Adam Keefe gold. What did Adam Keefe do? I want to see some highlights. Stats.
I think this is going to be filled with disappointment.
Yeah, for sure.
Just give us a big old Pippen auto, please.
Yeah, they're 1 in 8,000 packs. That's pretty
it.
good, actually. That sounded really good.
Yeah, I'm going to have to research that because I don't think I've ever seen the card.
Is that?
Ever.
Oh, no. I was gonna
And
say,
I assume it's probably going to be a redemption. Edwards. Johnson.
KJ? What? We haven't seen a KJ. That's Kevin Johnson, yeah?
Yeah, play look.
There you go, Blakey, Mayor of Sacramento, literally is.
Kenny Smith.
Blame
Michael
him
Adams,
for blocking the Seattle Supersonics.
Dominic Wilkins.
No, not really.
Roberts
The league.
and Cage. That's it.
Michael Cage and his Jerry curl. So it may have gone a little better than last Friday's Jordan hunt because
I guess so. So let me
one wasn't covered in wax, so that's something.
Yeah. So let me just figure this out for a second.
The wax being a surprising relic of those times, we look back with such nostalgia, but then there's these realities. You're like, oh, actually,
yeah,
maybe a Jordan's covered in wax. Crap.
Okay. So mornings. We got some Pippins and some Robinsons, Kemps,
Chips,
Carls, another Pippin.
So while you're doing that, can we talk about how good the games were today?
I
had a weird day that I actually got a lot of work done, and I felt really good about it, and not crappy about my creative work like I usually do. And I had the basketball game on the other screen the whole day, or both games, and it was just fueling me. I was fist pumping when Jokic is just wheeling the ball around, and especially when that whole sequence where they were fourth quarter and 15 up, and Jamal Murray just hits the most stupid layback three. And everyone just erupts, and then they just have a turnover. Like they force a turnover, and Jokic just hammers it over to Grant, and Grant just slams it down, and they're up by 20. And you're like, "Yep, done." And it's just sent to the shadow.
It is over.
It's like this is the greatest. And then I saw the Denver Nuggets Twitter page, Twitter account. They're quoting everyone's tweets that said, "Oh nah, Clippers have got this. Like Nuggets, they've got one. That's all they'll ever get." And it's like they're like, "Hey guys. Look what we did." All right.
Nuggets is like it's such a surprise. Like,
I love that so much. Like, I love the underdog story, but I love that team. It's just that was everyone counted about said no, they didn't have a chance. And it's like nah.
I let the record state I did put money on them today. I believe they were going to win.
Oh yeah,
yeah, you did.
I mean, especially now that I think that's the thing. When they're 3-1, you're like, no one does that. So you're just like, they're gone. And then there was one game, and Paul George said, "Oh, that was a desperation game. They really credit to them. They fought, and they got a game back." And it's like, we won't give them another one. It's like, won't you? Okay,
yeah,
got another one. And so in both games, like more than 15 down. I love that so much.
Yeah, Paul George just shut up.
No, it's like, yeah, shut the mouth, man. Shut it.
Here's the quick recap.
Here we go.
So we got 2 Michael Jordans out of the box. One with a slight corner issue, but it is what it is.
Oh, that can be yours for the collection, and the other one will move.
We got 2 base Scottie Pippins.
Nice.
Considering this was supposed to be Scotty's box. Hilarious. We got 2 different Scottie Pippen career highlights, which are pretty cool. Career highlight number 9 and number 10, which I can't even read the back of them. That's how poorly typeface that is. Black on that
it's
color
the
is not
background's a
great,
bit whack.
people. And we only got 2 Alonso Warning rookie cards.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But
I'd say we never saw that many of any particular card unless it was Adam Keefe. So it was.
No, we did. We really did.
But I think collation, of course, is you're showing the technology. The collation's gone a bit further in a couple of years since the 1990 on last Friday.
Exactly. So not the best box, I guess. But it certainly was a box. We will absolutely be back on Monday at 6:30 p.m. For Mail Day Monday. We do have some mail coming in, including something from a cherry break.
Yes.
Nice.
Which I believe...
You'll have 2 mails coming this week because I sent your hits from the... Oh, no, you wouldn't have even got any hits.
I haven't got the hits yet.
The prize pack. Yeah, okay, so you're just getting the prize pack.
No, I have a hit coming.
Oh, you have a hit?
Yeah, the Giannis hit.
Oh, even better.
Did you
Giannis
get bucks on a? Did you get bucks on a team break?
I did. Or at least I'm fairly certain I remember that. Because I was like, oh, that's not great. And then it was like, nice Giannis. And I was like, oh, that is nice. Yeah. I don't remember what it was.
Cherry always coming through the goods and giving the people the happy stuff they want. I mean,
Exactly.
I won a spot on Magic Break and I got something cool. I was like, this is the best. So keep going with Cherry, guys.
So that'll be Monday. We do have Chronicles coming in, which I don't know when we'll be doing. Not Chronicles, Illusions coming in. So we'll see when that's going to be.
I've sent an express, so it could be 3 weeks away.
Yeah, exactly.
Send it normal, might be tomorrow. It's fine.
Yeah.
And of course, we'll still Blakey if Blakey's keen for Wednesday.
Yes, absolutely. Should be. Hopefully, you'll have your stuff by then.
And we'll figure out what we can crack, because by then we should probably have the Illusions, which I'm really keen to rip into, because I know the hits are few and far between, but I feel like the risk versus reward is really good. Like,
I feel like you didn't have to pay full price for them. So
well,
you're laughing.
I basically paid $80 and got $600 worth of product.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. Yeah, you've already done well. So.
I managed to get in the top of the pack wars. There's no way it can be rigged, everyone. So definitely join the next pack wars.
It was it's pretty crazy. Like, you didn't get through with too much losing until the last one.
Yeah, it was real close and skinny.
Yeah, you trade a Zion for
Carson.
Yeah,
and a Carson.
That was the funniest part. It was Carson that you traded it.
Not just a Carson. It was an orange Carson. It was a parallel Carson.
Yeah, just poetic. It was
kind of one of those things. But yeah, so we should also by then have the MLB and the Wrestling Blaster, which I'm really keen to tuck into. I know that Wade sent me some wrestling stuff as well that I'm absolutely excited to tuck into. Now they ran to my favourites, says Adam. Yeah, tell me about it. We will...
Exactly. Look what crap I got in the mail this week.
Well, it's funny that should be said, because we're going to be going over an instructional video.
Yes, finally. That's what I've been saying.
On how to correctly package your cards. What to package them in.
I've been looking optimistically at it for a while. It's just like, I'd like to think that people aren't doing this maliciously. They just don't know. And that maybe we just someone needs to be the person to make the information. Just make it really clear.
Yeah, because if you...
It's not...
Go ahead.
It's not even that hard. Like,
no, exactly.
At Cherry, we do pretty much the bare minimum, and we've never had a card arrive damaged unless something vicious has happened to the package.
Yeah.
Like, cardboard is good, but a lot of the time, anything that's going to make cardboard go bad is going to make everything go bad, sort of thing. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Like, your mail's just going to be generally destroyed if that happens anyway.
Yeah,
so we do literally as minimal as possible, and we've never, ever had a problem with any cards arriving damaged. Like, you'd think that people would get to a point where, they'd be like, oh, yeah, oh, sweet, I can do a little bit more than the smallest amount. But no.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
exactly.
Put a bit of confetti in your package as well. Like, just
like, it
just really makes someone's day.
It's actually wild. Like, We
I
used
hate
to
that bad feedback.
Stop it,
We-
Adam.
we used to cardboard everything we sent out, and it just provided nothing.
Yeah.
Like
It
it's
doesn't.
like
It doesn't do anything except add like extra stress to you having a package like 100 packages. That's something I was trying to tell somebody. Is like
thickness that throws it over the edge for
Little-
your padded mailer packaging costs as well.
Also, because we sent everything registered, it's pretty much all a parcel anyway.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough. Actually, good point.
But yeah, we just as a little hint for anyone who's watching and who's tuned in, to Tuesday we sent out 406 brake parcels.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and so obviously Tabby does a lot of work on that, which is immeasurable. But yeah, 406.
And that's a lot of work. We talked to Shano on Monday. He does a few breaks and stuff, and it's just like, whoa. And we're just joking about getting RSI when you do those, and the people are like, oh, I can do this myself, and it's like, well, do you love it that much to do all that stuff? And it's like, that's where if this is your own thing you're doing by yourself and just doing breaks and running them by yourself, it's like you boil down the hours and the cost there, and it's like, ugh.
Well, yeah, that's it.
It's a lot of work doing. Like I remember doing 15 or 20 the other day when I did a bit of a sale thread, and I was like, right, I'm exhausted.
As I said, I got to the point where I just wasn't putting addresses on the back.
It's like,
I just couldn't be bothered because it was just too much hassle. It's just like, well, I think I'm done with this. But yeah, so we want to go around like what the bare minimum should be. And again, I do use cardboard for anything that I deem that's a single card above $50. Anything that I deem like risk worthy. You know, like that $200 Jamarant that I won in the Esso versus Cherry break. Like I shipped that out to somebody for like $210 including postage. Like I basically gave them free postage on it. Backed it in, you know, sleeve, top loader, team bag, and then encased in cardboard and taped correctly to make sure it wouldn't move.
Yeah.
On the outside of the cardboard, not on the inside. Don't tape the inside of the cardboard. Don't do this shit.
That's the thing. It's like there's common sense, and then there's just like it's just don't put the tape anywhere near the card.
Yeah, exactly. But like, it's a super simple thing. Like, if you are sending, even if you think you're sending somebody bulk, if they've paid for it, you should be putting that in top loader.
Yes.
Now, not all breakers are going to do that, and I understand that, you know, because a lot of the time you're getting free postage through those things. If it's your PC and you've got your PC in a break, hit up the breaker.
Yes.
After the break and go, hey, can I have this in a top loader? Can I send you the extra like $1 or something to have that done? Right? It takes 2 seconds for you to make sure that that card from your PC arrives in a top loader. Because I know that if I ever get Celtics and if it's ever a Carson, I'm going to hit up the boys at Cherry and say, hey, can I have that in a top loader? I'll pay the extra.
Protect my boy.
Protect my boy. Like, and it's a super simple thing, but like, I expect that if I buy off somebody on Facebook and I'm buying $30 worth of cards, even if they're all singles and there's 7 of them, like what happened today, I expect they're going to be protected properly and not taped to a piece of cardboard with nothing but a team bag and sleeves.
Yeah,
that
we
is
said it like some of these pages have a bit more like detail and nice, clear instruction than others, but or like integrity about it. But yeah, that's kind of it.
Exactly.
NBA Trading Cards Australia is the first and one of the best, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah,
yep,
and
that's why
like
I'm going to be leaving this
rule
other
number
group.
1 is like padded mailer or nothing. Like, I just don't even do it. Like,
yeah, because this other group, the trading card group is the one where I had the problem, and to have, I'm gonna rant. I know everyone loves my fucking rants. If you're a fucking admin and you jump in on a post where somebody has said, no, I have messaged this person and they haven't responded, the person that they've messaged then comes back and says, well, I was at work. Like, you know what? Good for you, buddy. If you're selling cards, make the time. You have breaks during your workday. There's no reason why you couldn't take 2 seconds to reply to somebody, even to say, hey, I'll get back to you after work and we'll figure this out, instead of just ignoring them. Number 2, if you're an admin of one of those groups, you should absolutely never say, I think you're being unreasonable. No, I'm not. I bought those cards and I expect them to be packaged correctly. I've clearly already stated and shown the package. I've also shown the damage to the card. So you should never go, I think you're being unreasonable, and then tag your other admin buddies and go, fellas, do you want to chime in on this? Because that is extremely aggressive.
Yeah.
And that is not a way to run a community, and that is not a way to run any sort of customer service. I might not be buying directly from you, but if it's your group, you are the facilitator. You might not think you are the one who has to do the customer service. That is why you're in admin, because you're doing administration and you are looking after that group. So if somebody's got a problem within your group, it is your responsibility to jump in there and go, hey, let's look at both sides, let's break it down and go from there.
That's why I like that the NBA Cards Australia one is just like that. When that one, they just said, like, this is our kind of level of integrity we're kind of enforcing, and essentially like they're just super clear about it.
Yeah, for an admin in one of those groups to jump on and say, well, look, you bought like $30, $35, $40 worth of cards off somebody, but they don't all need to be in top loaders is astounding. Oh, but this guy sent off plenty of packages and never had a problem. You know what? There's plenty of times where somebody has done something wrong and said, but I've done it plenty of times and I've never gotten in trouble for it. Don't,
because no one will say anything.
Exactly. And I'm always going to say something, because to me it's like, especially if it's something for my PC, like it might not be worth anything to you, but if it's a base card, I'm not going to raise a fuss because it's a base card. But if it's a parallel, like that's not a base card, I'm absolutely going to go, hey, that's not cool. What's going on?
Absolutely.
End of story.
Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly. So, yeah, what do we got coming up anyway, Chesh?
Well, as I was saying, we got mail time on Monday. So we do have some mail items. I don't know what we'll be doing. If we have illusions by then, we'll probably split illusions over a couple of different videos. Simply because it's 2 blasters and I don't know how many fat packs, like 6 or 7 fat packs, was it?
I can't remember. It was like, I think it was like 7 fat packs and 3 blasters or something.
Damn, that's a lot of product.
Yeah, it's like, how are you gonna do that? Like, you know, you're gonna do it all in one go.
No, I'm gonna break it up.
Get really comfy with illusions, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I want to break it all in one go, because then if there's anything worth money, I can flip it off and buy more boxes. But at the same time, it's like doing it all in one sitting. Like that's, I guess it's about the equivalent of a box. So
otherwise,
we'll see.
We've just got fodder to kind of
Yeah, exactly. But definitely on Wednesday when we have Blakey back, we should have the MLB and the wrestling by then.
Hopefully.
They should actually come through tomorrow. So
you're a wrestling guy, aren't you, Blakey?
Massive wrestling guy.
Yeah, that's right. So that's where I'm going to take a massive backseat and just enjoy the show, and this will be fun to watch.
Well, that's why,
I know nothing except early 2000s. So.
Now, in saying that, Blakey, you can probably confirm, from what I understand of the Road to WrestleMania 2020 blaster, it's 10 regular booster packs that include like a foil mirror alternate card in I think 1 in every 2 boosters or something, and then a special 3rd pack which includes Hall of Fame cards and 1 signature and or memorabilia card.
Yes, absolutely. So most of the time it is a memorabilia card, but you can get the autographs. The exciting one coming up though is fully loaded.
Oh, it's so exciting. I seriously need to worm that in. I need to figure out how to afford one of those.
I'll keep you posted.
Yeah, absolutely do, because I mean I've always loved my pretend play fighting, my drama fights. I'm not a big fan of like UFC because it's actual like fighting to hurt fighting rather than like, you know, play fighting. And don't get me wrong, like the stuff that they do is extremely real. They do hit each other with chairs and smack each other in the mouth and stuff like that. That's not the purpose, but like I mean that UFC, they're out to kill and maim pretty much. Like they're out to win. And with wrestling it's more like I think of it more like a violent dance, to be honest.
That's a good way to put it.
Shakespeare, but violence. It's
Shakespeare with violence, exactly.
There's drama, there's character building, there's
which is what makes it great. So that'll be Wednesday, and then I don't have any more retro boxes on the way at this point. So we'll see how that shakes out in the next couple of weeks. Obviously, Australia Post is extremely slow, so whatever we do coming up is going to be based on whatever we get. We might even just like have to do a couple of like quote unquote podcast episodes where we get, people like Blakey or, other community members to like pop in and chat with us, or,
kind of what Shano's episode turned out like. We're just like,
pretty much
hanging out. It's good stuff. So
that reminds me, I need to have a talk to Shano and see if he did get his Chronicles stuff and whether he opened it or not. Because if he's still holding it, we'll absolutely grab him to open the product on the stream.
Yeah, that's right. He had the Chronicle stuff. Yeah, I always want to be vicariously going through people cracking Chronicles and stuff like that. It's just like,
exactly. Now, the thing that we do say is that if you are part of this community and you've I'm going to do the shameless plug and say if you've hit subscribe on the YouTube and follow on the Twitch and all that sort of good stuff, you can always hit us up. And if you've got some sort of product you want to open and you've got a streaming setup, that is if you've got like a webcam or if you've set up your phone in a little area and your connection's okay, we'll absolutely have you on anytime you want to shoot the breeze with us and open your product live on stream.
And share the joy of opening,
exactly, because this is all about community, and that's what we want to do. We want to grow an actual community. I don't want this to just be like, I'm a content creator and you're a peasant, because that shit don't work.
No.
Like, rate, subscribe.
I mean, otherwise we wouldn't have found people like Blakey. I mean, we would have found you, but we wouldn't be hanging out with you.
Well, my relationship with Blakey would just be as it was, which was buying stuff off them anyway, so not getting to know them as much. But because I've never made it into the bloody store, and I've worked around the city for ages, and I've always meant to. But it's I mean, I can't right now, can I? But
no,
we'll soon. And then especially I talked about if the magic stuff kind of pops back up, I'd love to be a big harbinger of pushing that a lot, doing some events and stuff. But we'll figure that out, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. We'll always be happy to support our FLGS being Cherry. And anything that you guys need from us, that we'll always be keen regardless.
Yes, and the same on the flip side.
Absolutely. That's why next year, you and me facing off with burritos.
Oh, man, the burrito challenge.
Or hot wings,
I don't know if that 3 minutes 50 is like insane.
We could do a hot wing challenge. That'd be great.
Oh.
I do have the disadvantage though that I am a leafy green vegetarian.
Oh, there's ways around that.
Yeah, there's ways around that.
Yeah. No, you can make non-dairy, non-meat chicken wings.
Wait, what?
Yes.
It sure is.
Yeah, sure can.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Well, I think we'll leave it there. Blakey, where can we find you and your stuff?
Well, of course, you can find me every night on Cherry Collectables, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, or you can find my personal account at Rainblaker on Instagram. Probably the best place to keep up with my day-to-day.
The best burrito content going around.
Oh, absolutely.
As Blakey makes his transition into being a content creator.
That's it.
Influencer.
And Sam, where can we find your stuff?
You can find me at Pass the Jam Sam on the Instagrams and Twitters. And that's, I'll just leave it at that.
Fantastic. And for me, obviously, you can find me everywhere as Chesh Breaks. Again, tomorrow I'm going to be streaming Magic from sometime around 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. For probably a good half of the day at least. I'll be doing some Brawl, hashtag sponsored by the way, because thank you Wizards for the preview account. And then I'll be doing some Draft afterwards as well. So look out for that on Cheshire Plays Games.
Love it.
Sweet. Well, I hope everyone's had a good time. I certainly have. And we'll all catch you later.
Yeah, catch you later.
Bye.
Bye. Ciao.